Hi, folks. Welcome back to Place, Manner, Voice. My name is Catherine. Every episode, I transcribe an English word for you into the International Phonetic Alphabet. This is a great practice for people who are learning the International Phonetic Alphabet. It's great for people who are just interested in how English is pronounced, including people who are learning English and really want to get their pronunciation very close to what native North American English speaker would say. So I used a random word generator today to give us our word. It gave me a kind of a short word, but an interesting word. It gave me closed. So this is the first time I've gotten a ed ending on a word. And they behave a little bit differently because, and we'll talk about it. So even though this looks simple, there's actually some cool stuff going on. Let's take a look. So we always start by opening up our transcription with a little slash mark showing we're about to start writing in speech sounds now, not in English writing, English spelling, sometimes called English orthography. This first sound here, k, k. To make things easier, we just use the K, letter K, k, and that is the symbol for that sound, where we stop the air at the back of our throat. Not back of our throat, but like the back end of our tongue, we'll say, where it touches the roof of our mouth, kind of in front of that little punching bag, in front of the uvula. And for a split second, we stop the air with our tongue, let a little bit of pressure build up behind our tongue, and then we relax our tongue and the air can explode out. That's how we're making that sound. There's no vibration at our throat for the K sound. Or C sound in this case. Okay, what's next? We've got k, ooh, ooh. So we've got a back sound for this K, and then we got to go really quickly to an L sound. Ooh. To make the L, we put our tongue up behind our front teeth. So the tip of our tongue is touching right behind our front teeth, like behind our incisors. And it's making contact behind our teeth. So it's actually touching behind our top teeth. And the airflow can move smoothly around the sides. So it escapes around the sides of our tongue and out our mouth. So we've got ooh, ooh. Now, if you speak a language as your first language that does not really have an L sound, just concentrate on making sure the tip of your tongue is actually touching behind your top teeth. We have to have contact there, and we have to have the airflow going around the sides of your tongue. So we've got clo, clo, o. Now here we've got another diphthong. We had a diphthong last episode too. O. We use these two symbols together, and they're one unit of sounds. A diphthong, D-I-P-H-T-H-O-N-G, and you can see the die there, like two. It's two vowel sounds that glide quickly from one to the next. So if I slow it down a lot, listen, oh, oh. The quality of that vowel is changing, isn't it? Oh. So we use these two symbols together, even though we perceive it as only one vowel sound. Oh, oh. But there's a little bit of a smooth glide there. Okay, what's next? We've got close, close. This spelling is lying to us because I am not saying an S sound. I am not saying S. I'm saying Z, which is this symbol. It's very much like the S. The S, S. I'll put this here. So we've got usually spelled like S, S, but sometimes like C, like in city. S. Very high frequency sound, high hertz sound acoustically. And there's no vibration at your throat. So if you gently touch your throat while you're saying a very long S, say a long S like S. Sure, you'll sound like a snake. That's okay. And then if you turn on the vibration in your throat and make it into a Z sound, zzz, zzz, you're not moving your tongue. You're not moving your lips. You're not moving your jaw. your face, your mouth is in the exact same posture. The only thing you're doing differently is instead of no vibration at your vocal folds, at your vocal cords, at your voice box, you're making vibration there, and it changes the sound and it changes the meaning in English. So this is what we call a phonemic difference. Closed, closed. That d at the end goes right next to that z. Z, closed. I am not saying closed. I am not saying closed. That vowel sound is not doing any work. So I'm going to put that d right next to that. Now that zd might be an uncomfortable cluster of sounds for you if your first language does not like to put two consonant sounds together. It's allowed in English. I encourage you to practice it. It's really important for past tense words, right? Like there's a lot of grammar in these ed endings. So practice putting a consonant sound before d. Closed, closed. And I'll give you a tip. If that's tough and you really want to say closed, closed, like make that an S and a T, we don't want that. I'll give you a tip. If you stretch out that vowel a little bit, closed. Do you hear how long I'm saying that sound? Closed. It kind of helps people to say those vibrating sounds after the vowel sound. If you stretch out that vowel sound a little bit, like an accordion, you're just going and stretching it out. Closed. Try it. It might be easy. It might be hard. It might take some practice, but that's okay. You can do it. Okay, there's our word for the day, closed. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's place the primary stress. Because this is a single syllable word, a monosyllabic word, it only has one vowel sound, O, so I know it's a single syllable word. Single syllable words don't need a stress marker. It's just assumed that the only vowel sound is carrying the stress, and it's nice and clear and long and loud. Closed, so I don't have to put a stress marker here. Let me know if there's any words you'd like me to transcribe. I'd be happy to help. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe if you like what I'm doing, and you'll get more transcription videos.